Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are here today on Treaty 6 territory. I grew up in Treaty 8 territory, and I live today on the territory of the people of Treaty 7. We, all of us across this place that today we call Alberta, have a responsibility to pursue a path of reconciliation. It is my honor to address this House in response to the speech from the throne from Her Honor, the Lieutenant Governor. Her Honor is a leader in living her life through the values of inclusion, dignity, and respect. We should all follow her example in creating a world that is safe and welcoming for everyone. Mr. Speaker, I stand here today as the first NDP MLA from Calgary-Foothills. I have a deep sense of gratitude to the citizens of Calgary-Foothills who place their trust in me and our party to represent them in this legislature. I promise to stand for the values and people of Calgary-Foothills and to be the voice for their principles and policies that are important to them. I want to sincerely thank the people that helped us achieve this dream of electoral victory in Calgary-Foothills. Renette, who proved that you could provide an incredible level of support from a distance, as my volunteer coordinator from here in Edmonton. Maureen, who made on average 700 calls every day during the 28 days of the election campaign. Incidentally, she also makes the best kitchen scrubbies. I can hook you up if you're interested. And Lauren, who knocked on thousands of doors and taught me a great deal about how you balance your personal beliefs with those of others. These are only a few of the many, many volunteers, donors, and supporters who helped get me to this point today. A huge thank you to all of the hundreds of others who supported me and our party. I wouldn't be here without you. I am blessed to be from an incredibly loving and supportive family. I am who I am today because of them. My mom, the heart of our family, was a nurse. The nurse all of you wanted if you ever ended up in a hospital. She learned basic communication in Cree so that she could talk to the elders who came into the hospital. She whistled songs everywhere she went. My mom is loving, understanding, and supportive, qualities I hope she passed on to me. My dad was a radar technician in the Navy. When he retired after 25 years, we moved from Victoria, British Columbia to Valley View, Alberta. My dad was president of the co-op, of the golf course, he mentored high school badminton players, and he served as a member of council for the municipal district of Greenview, providing me with a small window into what it means to serve your community as an elected official. My dad is a man of character. For him, everyone deserves respect. He respected his role in the Navy. To him, respecting that role meant that you challenged and questioned to make the institution better. I have a great deal of respect for my dad, and I will fulfill my role as he did his, challenging and questioning to make the system better. My sister is 8 years older than me. We might have fought a few times as a child, but she also fought for me. When I was little, my sister was my protector. My sister is strong, she is fierce, and she will protect those that she loves. And I will do the best to channel her strength in standing up for my constituents. Some of you have met my mom, my dad, and my sister. They were here for my swearing in. But you haven't met my brother, Tommy. Tommy was born with a rare genetic condition. Most of those with his condition don't survive to birth. Those that are born with his condition, 5% survive their first year. My brother passed when he was 42. Tommy might not have been able to talk, but he could communicate. Raw, unfiltered emotion. He could communicate unconditional love like no one else. He might not be here, but he is always with us. Having a disabled brother opened a window for me to see how, as a society, we treat our most vulnerable. Let me say, we can do better. We must do better. Did I mention that I grew up in Valley View, Mr. Speaker? Did you know that Hillside High in Valley View, Alberta, has produced 3 members of this 31st legislature? Valley View might be a small town, but it is full of heart and hard-working people. Our rural and remote communities provide a great deal to this province. I might represent an urban constituency, but I recognize and value the contributions made by Valley View and so many other of our rural communities across this province. I left Valley View to pursue my Bachelor of Commerce from the University of Calgary. After 6 years in the private sector, I migrated to the not-for-profit sector and spent my career in community and economic development. This led me to Indonesia, where I served 4 years as a volunteer and 2 years as country program manager for QSO International. These opportunities taught me that building trust in a community takes time and effort, but nothing can be accomplished without that trust. It is the same now as an MLA. I know it is our job to know our constituents and for them to know us, allowing us to sit at the table together to collaborate and find solutions to the challenges that we face. After returning to Calgary, I began working at Calgary Economic Development as Vice President, Research and Strategy. I was responsible for drafting and reporting on the economic strategy for Calgary. The strategy is purposefully inclusive, understanding that the economy is about people. If we aren't supporting everyone and enabling them to thrive, we are falling short of our true potential as a community. I am incredibly proud and grateful for the opportunity to represent the constituency of Calgary-Foothills. It is a rapidly growing part of our city. With a 2021 population of 56,500 people, Calgary-Foothills gained 4,000 eligible voters from 2019 to 2023. It is incredibly diverse. 60% of the population are people of color. 44% are immigrants, half of them arriving in Canada in the last 10 years. There are dozens of languages spoken in homes across the constituency. There are multiple faith groups in the community, and regardless of language, place of birth, race, or religion, it is my role and responsibility to ensure that Calgary-Foothills constituents are represented here in Alberta's legislature. Like others in Alberta, many of our residents are struggling with the escalating costs of living, and notably the cost of housing. Whether they are homeowners or renters, we need to be doing all we can to ensure affordable housing is available to all Albertans. Many of the residents in my communities live in multi-generational homes, and they've experienced firsthand the wait times for doctors, surgeries, hospital rooms. They're worried about their children having access to local schools and quality public education. With thousands of those children being bused every day, well over an hour, to all corners of our city, probably to the overcrowded schools in Calgary-Acadia, I will do my utmost to ensure the constituents of Calgary-Foothills get the schools they need. Oh, did I mention 56,000 people and 7 schools? After being elected, I was overjoyed to be named Critic for Technology and Innovation. At Calgary Economic Development, my team delivered the programs of Startup Calgary, an agency focused on helping entrepreneurs start technology and innovation companies. Following this, I worked as program director for the Calgary Innovation Coalition, a network focused on coordinating and enhancing services to technology companies in our innovation ecosystem. When I told my family and friends that I was going to throw my hat in the ring and run for office, they were surprised. Some of them were also a little surprised that I was running for the NDP. Did I mention I grew up in Valley View? But they asked me an important question: why, given how challenging public life is, the nastiness that is out there, and the endless scrutiny that elected officials are always under, why would I want to do this? They ask this with a sense of seriousness, knowing that as a gay man, I might face some of this nastiness. My response? I'm proud of who I am, and I will not stand on the sidelines as people attempt to silence and marginalize my community. I believe the key to building stronger and more resilient communities is building a stronger and more resilient economy. I say that knowing the economy is about people. Our economy is key to generating job opportunities for our young people, attracting investment and growing businesses. But we can't do that without delivering high-quality public education and public health care. These past years have taught me that Alberta's entrepreneurs are resourceful and creative. Calgary and Alberta's innovation ecosystem is still young, but has incredible potential. We have world-leading institutions, research institutions, solving some of our greatest challenges. We have an incredibly talented population. We are globally connected. But there is much to be done for our innovation ecosystem to reach its full potential. We need strong leadership to ensure that our institutions are working effectively to make Alberta the best place to start and grow a business. We need smart leadership to keep our entrepreneurs here rather than moving away. We need strategic leadership that is focused not only on the economy of today, but the economy of tomorrow. I chose to do this to hold this government to account, and their decisions will affect our future economic prosperity. I challenge all members in this House to work together to ensure that Alberta is the best place it can be. A place that is thriving, a place that is inclusive and welcoming, a place where everyone can be their true selves and have access to adequate housing, health care, education, and meaningful work. Along with my colleagues in the Alberta NDP caucus, and I hope members of the government caucus, I intend to make that Alberta a reality. Thank you.